All right, we back with the Boxing Clinic and more. Y'all know what it is. Your boy CJ Goodfella dropping another video to end, I guess, the night, the morning, whatever you want to call it. But Gervonta Tank Davis, a lot of people on Twitter linked this tweet to him throwing shade at Devin Haney. And if you go to his Twitter account and look at the link I'm about to have in the screenshot, you will see people saying that he's talking about Mason Menard and the Devin Haney fight. And it's sad though, man, that these brothers just can't uplift themselves and be like, good job, bro. You know, 'cause they got some history though. The history is that apparently Floyd Mayweather Sr., who wasn't in Devin Haney's corner tonight, and Devin Haney and they whole camp said that they whooped Tank in sparring. You know, Tank is about 4 or 5 years older than Haney. They said that they whooped him in sparring, but sparring don't mean nothing though most of the time. It's just sparring, head gear on, bigger gloves. A real fight most of the time, you know, 9 times out of 10 is totally different because of the gloves and not without the headgear, and then the crowd and energy, you know, kind of messes with people. But Tank tweeted trash in the middle of this fight, and most people say, "Oh, you got to be talking about Mason Menard because Devin Haney cooking right now." But pretty much putting my thinking cap on, I believe, you know, he called this fight trash because he didn't think Mason Menard was a good opponent for Devin Haney. And a lot of people are overreacting to Devin Haney's performance versus Mason Menard. You know, Mason Menard did come off a 14-month layoff for shoulder injury. He hadn't been active, but his last 2 performances on ShoBox ended in knockout. So, you know, that's where it was dubbed at. And Devin Haney passed it with flying colors, you know. You know, you can call his opponent trash or not, but at 19 years old, where was you at? You know, you was crying at 21 or 22 saying that you wasn't ready for Jose Pedraza. You was being set up. You know, Tank Davis is a different type of character, dog. He wants to be the ambassador for boxing before anybody get him the keys, you know. And at the end of the day, I mean, Devin Haney's on track to fight better opponents than you did at 20, 19, 20, 21, 22, and 23. You know, he going to be fighting real opponents, making, you know, top dollar and not crying about his promoter. You know, because before Tank met Floyd, you know, he wasn't shit. He didn't have nothing. And, you know, Floyd gifted him with a lot of stuff and gifted him with amazing opportunities as, you know, the magic trick he pulled off and make him Albert Machado go from super champion to regular champion and boosting his fighter Tank up versus the guy who's moving up in weight and coming off a loss in Hazer Clare for the Super WA champion. I've never seen nothing like that, but it just seems like it's a big hate fest between a lot of these dudes out here. Shakur Stevenson said Devin Haney foul, he don't fuck with him. And then you got Tank beefing with Devin Haney. You got all these dudes beefing with each other like they broads, you know. That's what broads do, hold on to the petty shit like that. Men is able to get over with it, you know. Even though we might not be as cool as we was beforehand, but we able to put the shit on the back burner and be able to move on and make this money. And all this back and forth, I did this to you in sparring and this and that. Oh, your fight is trash. At the end of the day, Tank, you had plenty of fights like Devin Haney had tonight coming up. You know, people quick to forget where they come from. And if that's what he meant by this tweet, because he tweeted in the middle of this fight saying it's trash. But you tuning in watching the young gun. Dude, 19. He on track. He on point. Let's uplift each other, man. Everybody want to be a critic or want to be a hater or don't want nobody to succeed and stuff like that. And I understand that he out here use your name to boost himself up. He did the same thing to Robert Easter Jr. You know, you need to take a book from Robert Easter Jr., man. He basically, you know, would say, man, I don't give a fuck. Keep using my name. You know, stop it. At the end of the day, he addressed it and he left it alone. You know, Tank is constantly in the middle with beef. He's one of the most unliked boxers by his peers in the sport. You know, them dudes at Mayweather Gym don't like him. The security, Mayweather security don't like Tank. None of them like Tank. Then he's alienated himself with the Charlos. Then he alienated himself with Deontay Wilder. He's just making enemies for no reason. And then the person that he's rubbing shoulders with Adrian Broner, he's a fucking idiot. So that's who he gravitates towards. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. He's an amazing talent. He might be in a once-in-a-generation type talent if he able to get his head on squared on, but ain't no reason for him to be hating on young Devin Haney. I understand y'all had your differences. Trash. I mean, how many trash fights do you have coming up? And in the one fight you stepped up on Jose Pedraza, Gervonta Tank Davis, you was crying now that you wasn't ready. You was being set up. Oh, I wasn't ready. I was being set up by Floyd Mayweather. Because I banged his daughter, and he didn't like it, and he set me up. He gave me title shots. He gave me belts. He gave me $1 million paydays or close to $1 million paydays on the McGregor undercard. He gave me all this exposure. He want me to lose. Shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Hating on Haney. Haney had a great performance tonight, man. And people quick to forget when they was in those type of fights and beating guys like that when they was coming up. You weren't saying it was trash. You act like it was the greatest thing when you got that USBA belt and that little Intercontinental IBF belt. You bet you was wearing it around your waist and going through Baltimore saying that you had did something too. So don't belittle what he doing because you got a difference with him. Or he saying he whooped you in sparring. Truth be told, if it's meant to happen, y'all gonna cross paths eventually. And you're gonna show the world that if it meant something or if it didn't mean nothing. It's as simple as that. But it ain't no point to piss on Devin Haney parade, man. This dude 19, on Showbox. Where was you at 19? Auditioning like you knew audition for a Floyd deal. And a deal that you don't even want no more because you feel like he don't want to see you winning because it sound like you did some foul shit, but he's still putting you on top and putting you in position to be successful. Despite the bullshit ass rumors of what's going around. It is what it is though. This dude Tank is an amazing talent. I will say it again, but mentally, his personality is going to be the reason his career don't take off. The way he alienated himself away from other fighters, the way he pissing people off in the Mayweather camp, pissing the security off, and all the shit he doing. I don't know if it's the money or just his personality, and that's just the way his brain works. But at the end of the day, motherfuckers ain't feeling that garbage shit he kicking. Feeling that. I mean, Timo Lopez said he whooped your ass. Why don't you, tomorrow night, why don't you, tweet out that his fight is trash? If you can find it on TV. And see what him and his dad say. We were able to, you want to fight? We whooped your ass once. So you don't see him popping off about Timo Lopez, but y'all know what it is. It's TBC and more. Let me know how y'all feel. We gonna